A WJCL special report. I'm Chris Tatum, and we begin right now with tragic news. Several people dead in Hampton County after the storms ripped across southeast Georgia and the Low Country this morning. We are right now getting also our first look at the destruction those storms left in their wake. We do have team coverage of that storm aftermath this afternoon. We start right now with WJCL's Emma Hamilton. She is live in Hampton County again, where several people died in these storms. Good morning, Emma.
Hey, Chris, good morning to you. Well, good afternoon at this point, but yes, we are live in Hampton County right now where 5 people are reported dead, according to the Hampton County Guardian newspaper, and several others are injured. We want to give you a look at this damage right now. There are a ton of split trees out here and a ton of trees just in the road. Take a look here. Crews were out here, and actually traffic is backed up again. Crews were out here just trying to clear the road because there were trees all over the roads. Troopers have been out here directing traffic all morning. It has been honestly just absolutely terrible. They're trying to control the situation here. We are out on Route 601 here in Hampton County in South Carolina. We're going to take a look over here now. Down here, there was a car. You can see it up on the tow truck trailer right now. This car was swept up in the storm, and Georgia State Patrol tells us that that person obviously was injured, but they are alive in the hospital recovering this afternoon. So it's honestly it's incredible that they're alive right now. The power line was swept right underneath that car. And basically, Georgia State Patrol has told us that the tornado came through the county, one end of the county to the other, and it just completely really took out a lot. But for now, that's all the information that we really have for right now. And of course, we hope to learn more throughout the day, and we'll keep you updated as we learn more on air and online at our website at WJCL.com. Reporting live in Hampton County, Emma Hamilton, WJCL 22 News.
Emma, thank you for that report. Well, WJCL's Daniel Robinson right now continues our team coverage. He is also live in Hampton County, where a little girl is alive, all thanks to her father pulling her to safety just in time. Daniel?
Yeah, Chris, right now a 10-year-old girl is safe after a massive tree fell on top of her house. Now, just to give you some perspective, take a look at these trees' roots. Now, I'm 6'1", and just look at these tree roots. Now, this is well above 9 feet, and that's not even the tree itself. Go ahead and take a look behind me. The father tells me that this tree right here fell on top of their living room as well as his daughter's bedroom. Now, the daughter was inside when this happened, landing on top of her, leaving her trapped from the waist down. Now, the father tells me he was able to pull his daughter to safety and that she was uninjured. 10-year-old Charity Woods tells me that she heard what sounded like a train coming towards her and then a snap. And that snap, she tells me, was this tree before it crashed on top of her home. She said that she is okay and that she only suffered a couple scratches to her legs. But unfortunately, that is not the case across all of Hampton County. According to the Hampton County Guardian, at least 5 people are now dead from this storm. Now, trees just like this are lined up across Linton Road, which is right where this house is in front of, and crews are working to get those as clear and as clean as possible across these roads, but they're asking for people to stay off of these roads and let emergency crews do their work so that they can get to those in need. Live in Hampton County, Daniel Robinson, WJCL 22 News.
Daniel, thank you so much. Well, no surprise, tens of thousands of people are without power right now across southeast Georgia and the Low Country. We checked about 15 minutes ago. As of then, South Carolina Electric and Gas claims it has about 5,000 people in the dark, most in Beaufort, Hampton, and Jasper counties. Palmetto Electric in South Carolina says it has right now about 1,900 customers in the dark, most of them in Hampton. Also in Liberty and Bryan counties right now in southeast Georgia, there are, according to Coastal Electric Co-op, about 2,200 outages, and Georgia Power has about 1,000 customers affected. Most of them are in Savannah. They are working, of course, to get electricity back on for all of those customers. That may take a while. Well, people in Wayne County are right now sifting through the rubble after a possible tornado touched down in the town of Odom. Joining me on the phone right now, Louis Levine. He is a WJCL freelance photographer and has been out and about looking at the damage in Wayne County for us today. And let's just start with, what did you see? Because we've seen some stunning pictures.
Well, right now, there's quite significant devastation in the Odom area. Street after street, there's houses that have been damaged. some significantly, some minor. There's trees, pretty much limbs laying on the roadway, also laying on houses. There are roofs that have been sheared off, porches that have been blown off of its foundation. One house was actually moved. It was actually, from what I was told, picked up and moved and shifted a bit. People are out here with their chainsaws, cutting down trees, and we're talking about the average citizen, the normal guy that was sitting at home and wanted something to do. They're grabbing their chainsaws, they're cutting trees down, they're helping their neighbors. Law enforcement is out here in full force. They've got several of the roads blocked, but they are passable at this point. Right now, I understand we have there's a total of 35 structures that were damaged from minimal to major, and 3 people injured, taken to the hospital.
I was about to ask. I was going to ask about injuries. 3 people injured so far. Do you know anything about the extent of those injuries?
No, we don't know the extent of injuries at this point, according to the EMA director, Richard Johnson. But he did say there was 3 taken to Wayne Memorial Hospital here in Jessup, and he passed on the information that there was 35 structures that were damaged, either minimally or significantly.
So have you had an opportunity to talk to any of the first responders out there, just to kind of, as they take this all in, what is their approach now? What do they do? I mean, are they jumping in to help, or just trying to keep people away from some of the debris and the damage that could shift and fall, or something like that?
No, well, the first responders are actually getting out and helping move debris, from what I've witnessed.
Wow, that's wonderful.
I mean, the fire department is out here assisting. EMA has their office out here. The command center set up, directing its resources. It's just a small town atmosphere where people are coming together and helping their neighbors.
Well, Lewis, as always, we thank you for being out there, being our eyes and ears in Odom this morning, and thank you for this report. Unbelievable, the damage we are seeing, as that video proves, but also so good to see so many people stepping up to help their neighbors right now in this time of need. Well, you can bet a lot of people in Savannah are breathing a sigh of relief. They're not dealing with the kind of damage we have just seen in other parts of southeast Georgia and the low country, but some of them are right now dealing with flooding from all that rain the storm dumped on the city. WJCL's Dave Williams picks our team coverage from there.
As you would expect in a rain event in Savannah during a short period of time, flooding is the main issue, and of course it's the usual suspects as far as trouble spots. At the corner of Victory Drive and MLK Jr. Boulevard, you can see there was a pretty good amount of water on the road, causing puddles right there. Just a few blocks away at MLK and Montgomery Street, there was also some flooding there, but not as bad. Thackeray Place and Oakview near 61st and Bull Street turned into an absolute lake after the heavy rains. City of Savannah work crews put up barriers to make sure no one would try to travel down the road, which brings us to a good reminder. When you see the roads looking like this, do not ever attempt to navigate your way through these flooded streets, because you never know what's in the road underneath that water that you can't see. Rule of thumb, turn around, don't drown. In Savannah, Dave Williams, WJCL 22 News.
Always a good rule to follow there, Dave. Thank you so much. Well, right now we are, of course, continuing to get more pictures and videos of damage. Right now, though, here is meteorologist Jonathan Myers with that certified most accurate forecast. Hey, Jonathan.
Hey, Chris. And yeah, what a busy morning we had. High impact weather day. It was mainly this morning. The storms are now out of here, and I have some some pictures that have been sent into our WJCL Facebook page. Still send them in to our WJCL Facebook page. Would love to see them. And just saw earlier, we're talking about Odom in Wayne County, and you can see, look at this severe storm that moved through. Possible tornado with this, not confirmed yet. And you can see how this house completely went down. You can see the roof of it right here that actually came to the ground. Lots of debris there, and you can see some debris on the road, some roof damage to this house. Another one I noticed as well in Odom in Wayne County. Look at this right here, top of a pine tree, kind of topped out there. You can get that with straight line winds or even tornadoes as well. You can see one area that was hit, and still a power line is still up in the trees there off in the distance. So it kind of went through very quickly with either straight line winds or possible tornado there in Odom in Wayne County. Of course, the National Weather Service will go down there and investigate to see if it was a tornado or just straight line winds. Now, this radar goes back from this morning. morning about 6:15 all up to 9:45 as that line of storms rolled through. We had one storm that moved through. This one right here, there went right through Wayne County. You can see it right there, eastern parts of Chatham County, and then moved off the coast. The one in Hampton County that went through, it was around about 6:15 this morning. This is very impressive radar signature. Usually you see these kind of signatures out in the Midwest. You can easily see this hook echo. This area right here between Nexville and also Estill, there along Highway 601, you can see this right here is actually debris being picked up by radar. We were showing that earlier this morning on WJCL 22 Morning News as it moved through Hampton County. So the video that you saw, and actually those live reports from Daniel, and also that came right there along Highway 601, those cars that were flipped. That was the reason why right there, that tornado moving through. This is definitely, that was a tornado. It was very easy to see it on radar this morning as it moved through parts of Screven County, but especially for Hampton County. Look at this. Finally, the rain is out of here. It's all off the coast. Look at all the lightning strikes out of the Gulf Stream right now. But in our area, rain free. We're going to see some sunshine breaking through the clouds as we go through the rest of the morning. You may have to pick up, maybe you have some debris in your yard. You have to clean the yard back up. Temperature outside Savannah 73. It is breezy, though. South winds at 13 miles per hour. So we'll see those winds that will continue as we go all the way through the afternoon. So clouds the next few hours. We'll see plenty of sunshine, especially later today after work. 85 degrees, nice and mild as we go all the way into the evening. We'll see those temperatures cooling back down into the mid 60s after midnight. 7-day forecast will show you certified and most accurate 78 degrees tomorrow. May see a spotty shower on Tuesday, but better chances for scattered showers on Wednesday, and also continue seeing chances for showers through the end of the work week. Do not expect any high impact weather day for the rest of the week and even into the upcoming weekend. Temperatures will be nice and mild, not bad at all. Mid 70s Wednesday and even upper 70s by the end of the week. Chris?
Jonathan, thank you so much. Well, across the South, at least 40 tornadoes ripped through the Southeast in just 24 hours. Nearly 24 people in all have been killed. And as ABC's Trevor Ault tells us, crews say restrictions from the coronavirus pandemic is making the response even more complicated.
Overnight waves of tornadoes ripping through the South, killing people in Mississippi, Georgia, and South Carolina.
We just got another trap call. Apparently a tree went in a house. There's supposed to be 4 kids inside the house. They can't get out.
In Upson County, Georgia, this house lifted off its foundation and dropped in the road. While in Chattanooga, Tennessee, our affiliate station WTVC's Bliss Zeckman reporting from inside her own devastated home.
It took our roof off. That tree almost went through our house, but by the grace of God, did not.
This warehouse demolished, the debris submerged in floodwaters.
My wife was scared, and I just kept telling her it's going to be okay.
Mississippi saw winds peaking as high as 205 miles per hour, and Monroe, Louisiana, one of the cities hardest hit by a tornado.
We had to rescue like 4 little infants and 2 ladies.
I heard this really loud bang, but I didn't expect this type of destruction when I came outside.
Alabama, Louisiana, and Mississippi all declaring a state of emergency, but the response was made even more complicated by the ongoing pandemic. Some leaders hesitant to use shelters because of social distancing recommendations, though Mississippi's executive director of emergency management saying,
but at the end of the day, life safety had to persist over everything else. And the greater risk of the tornado had to overcome the COVID.
Tornado watches persisted through the morning across several states. These storms left 750,000 people without power at a time when millions are being told to stay home. Trevor Ault, ABC News, New York.
Trevor, thank you so much. Clearly, a lot of people across the Southeast need to know our love, our prayers, and our warm wishes right now. Well, we want to know how today's storms affected your area, and you can show us by uploading your pictures and videos to our WJCL Facebook page, or you can email them to us at news@wjcl.com. Well, we do, as you've seen, have crews across our area gathering more information for our newscast later this evening. Look for full reports and more damage from Southeast Georgia and the Lowcountry, starting with WJCL 22 News at 5. Right now, we return you to regular programming.